Hey everyone, you all know who I am? Yeah, a lot of things have been going on lately with a lot of people I know and care about. A lot of us have been through a really hard time with this whole COVID-19 pandemic. Frankly, I think again I should be saying a few words to help everyone. It's time I just voice my opinion and just tell everyone what I think. Just for all those who are just struggling out there with all this pain inside of them that they want to just have, be rid from their bodies, but they just can't. I guess, well, maybe they should just know how they can get rid of it. Well, how I got rid of it is pretty simple. Anytime I ever hurt, I would just talk to as many people as I could about it, trying to find solutions with every single person I'm talking to, bringing me new ideas, bringing them to the table for me to hear, to listen to put towards my solution. You cannot have what you need to solve these problems unless you'd at least talk to someone. Like, any solution always involves at least one other person being involved. Not many big problems like this can be solved just with you trying to fight it off in your brain or hold it down or just keep it buried inside. It'll be buried, sure, but it'll still be there. It'll still eat at you in your very soul. It will tear you apart and it will burn up every one of your insides. It will be painful, and that's why you cannot do it. No matter how much they say it'll work, it'll be great. It just won't. Because that's just not how it works. That's not how you just end your problems. How you feel better. A lot of people they think no one should worry. It shouldn't matter. It should never ever matter if they know. They won't help me. They don't care. I shouldn't have to be cared about. Why should I care about anyone? And you're wrong to think that. That's a selfish thing to think. I'm sorry if that's hard to hear, but it's definitely something you need to hear if this is how you think. If this is how you think, you should just keep everything to yourself. Not let people in and try to help you. Alright? You need to help people with their problems and let them help you. Alright? It's a collaborative effort to reach good in this world, alright? The more we try to do good things ourselves, the more likely they're just gonna fail. So many of the greatest things in the world, if you can think of anything that's so great, that's really helped the world, most likely it wasn't just because of one person. One person didn't just do all the work on their own, and as a result the world's a better place. That person had help. Many people, they worked together in such a collaborative effort. They fought hard against all the trials and tribulations together, and it's because of this that they've achieved their goals. If it wasn't for that, well, we really wouldn't be in the world we are today. Things, as bad as they seem, would be much worse if we didn't work together. So if we want to solve many of these problems, we gotta stop putting ourselves against each other. Stop thinking we need to solve these things on our own. We shouldn't push away people that care about us, and we care about just as much. There are friends, there are family, and some of them, for some of you, may even be lovers. They all are important to you. That's why they're still here in your life. If you didn't need them, why would they be here? Like what, just to have fun? Just to hang out every now and then? There's more to being a friend than that. It's to rely on each other, to care about each other, to respect what people believe, and want to see them do what they want to do, to make their lives happy. So maybe in return, they will do the same to you. We all must do it to each other, if we are to ever hope of getting it back ourselves. All this support and love. You can only be loved if you love others. Why should they love you if you don't love them? This is what many believe. It seems to be the driving motivation of every person in the world to love. They would only love someone if they would love them back. Maybe it's not the right thing to do, but at least it will be what can keep all of us together. It's a motivation to keep us bonded together instead of pried apart by our selfish desires, our greed, our lust, our hatred, our prejudice. All of it does not matter. All we need to know about each other is that we're human. with thoughts and emotions, and we can be together as friends, family. We can all just join together and help each other with our problems, no matter what they may seem like. And even if they don't seem like a problem to you, they could be a problem to them. And if so, they should need help, and you should try to help them get there. Because if they do, they will be happy. If they're happy, they may want to make you happy. Anything you do to this world, anything you do, anything you give, anything you even say, it can all just come back to you. So it better be good, because if it's not good, it'll be bad, and if you get bad things in life, your life will only grow worse. And that's what happens when you think of yourself. If you try to be selfish, if you try to push people away, you're not getting anything good. If your life's already bad, that means it will stay bad, meaning you'll have to continuously suffer pain you don't have to continuously suffer. You can be free. You could drive all of this away if you would just get people to support you, to help you, plead to them to help. And if someone out there needs you to help them, help them. They wouldn't wish that pain on you, so why would you wish it on them? Why would you be fine with them going through such horrible things just because it's not happening to you? That is selfishness. And if you don't think of others, if you don't try to make them better, then what's to stop them? Why wouldn't they just leave you to hurt if you were hurting? I know this is probably stuff you've all heard before. Perhaps maybe you won't even really take much of this into account, but I'm saying it because I think you need to hear it. No, I know you need to hear it. And if you don't hear it, fine. Maybe that's just how you are, but please, if you really want help, you must seek it out from others, and you must give it to those in need. Because it's what keeps us together, it's what bonds people together. All our communities, all our friendships, it all comes from us being able to trust and love and support each other. Not to push each other away, or to be selfish, to not give, to not be kind, just to live life alone, with greedy desires, lustful thinking. This is not what makes a man good. It does not make him pure. It does not make him strong in his heart. It only just pushes him closer to the devil and what he wants. For pure vice and evil, this is what you must do, and not be good, and not be nice, be generous and kind. To not do this is to do what is viceful, what is evil. And even if you don't believe in God, you should surely know that doesn't mean you should do bad. You should still be willing to do good. It's important. It's important to me, at least. But I believe it's also important to many others out there. Many who are suffering. Many who just want to have someone come and save them and rescue them. Rescue them from this pain. This pain that they must suffer just because no one wants to help them. And why? They think they don't deserve it. They think they're bratty. They're ungrateful. And thoughts like this, the worst part is they can especially be thought of in families. Many parents will do nothing to help their kids. They think they do not earn these things, and that they're just being given to them just to spoil them. But no, just because they didn't do anything doesn't mean you shouldn't do this, because they have a right to be helped when in pain. It's the right of man to have others, to keep them happy and safe and secure. They shouldn't have to go through pain just because they've never worked for it. You shouldn't have to work for love. You shouldn't have to work for affection. Love is unconditional, especially in a family. Just because they're not the perfect child you want them to be does not mean that they are not human, not worthy of rights that you are perfectly capable of giving them, but many times want to take away, thinking they don't deserve. And for what? Just because they've done something bad, or they have not lived up to your egotistical expectations? It's cruelty. It is cruelty to these poor children and teenagers, all of which have already lived in such a horrible world like this, and thus have already had so much pain to endure. And you think that only giving them more pain will toughen them up, make them strong-willed. Just because it doesn't mean that this is the right way to make a person good. You can make them good through love, through compassion. Don't punish them for their wrongdoings. Reward them for their good doings. Be positive, not negative. Negative reinforcement never is the way to make someone strong. You must allow them to make their mistakes, and rather focus on the good parts of them and expand on those. What do they like? What do they want? Support that, because that will make them good. If they are doing what they're doing, if they are happy, they will want to make others happy. And even if they don't, they'd be less likely to if you made them bitter, which you would if you would do bad things to them, make them cynical, take away all their hope that there's good in this world. It'll just make them want to conform to the evils that rule this world. If they know there's hope and things can change, and if you prove that to them by being good to them, then they will be good. They will want to make changes for the better, for not just themselves, but everyone in the world. That's just something that I think the parents, if they are ever to hear this, they need to hear this. They must hear this. It's the only way they could truly change their evil ways and do good. They could do good for the world by being good to one of the closest things they have in their life, one of the closest people they have in their life. Out of anything and anyone in the world, their children should matter the most to them. They are their own flesh and blood. Why should they not listen to this? Why should they not care? Why just leave them to burn? What will they be getting out of this? Why must they neglect them? Leave them just to be babysat by these phones and technology, blinding them, tricking them into thinking things they shouldn't think, and tricking them into seeing things they shouldn't see. It's terrible, and yet so many condone it just because they're lazy. They don't want to work to have their own flesh and blood be good. A child means work, and you must support them, no matter what. It is the good thing to do. And if you really want to be good, which you should, it is the most important thing in the world to do good. It's why we're here on this planet. Well, then just make more people, like your children for starters, good. By doing good to them, proving to them that there's good in this world and they must fight for it. If you do that, perhaps then you will get the good in your life that maybe you just don't have. Give more good to the world, and you'll be more likely to get the good back you want. You won't get it if you push people away and hurt them, especially your own family. Be good to them. If they care about you, be good to them because they want to be good to you, but they can't if you are just rejecting it, pushing them away, hurting them. Don't do this. It's not right, and you must not fall into the trap that is just what makes a person abusive, what makes them hurt others just for no good reason. It's terrible. It truly is. I just hope if any person out there who abuses others or just pushes them away can listen to this and learn this is not the right way. There's a better way, and I will say it again. It's be good to others. Open up your doors and just let them come in and help you and make you better. It will be what brings you true happiness, and I know this because many times I myself have also pushed others away. I've lost so much being bitter and spiteful, but now I'm good. I want to do good to others. That's why I'm speaking here today, and only now, as my life ever really turning around, I think it's because finally I'm letting people in and helping me, and because of them I grow stronger, and I will continue to grow because I will continue to do good and make them grow stronger in return for what they have done to me. It all starts with that one person who does good to the others. If they allow it to become a chain, then maybe life might be better. We might finally have peace on earth and goodwill toward men. Finally, we can just know true peace, not amongst nations, but also amongst the people themselves of all these nations. If they will lay their swords and guns down and do good to each other. Many fighting and many wars, it would all come to a close. So do not evil that will burn others' souls into hateful souls, but do good that will cleanse them of their hate and make them pure. For once in the world, we will have those who are pure. And it all starts with that one good deed. Do it to whoever you think needs it the most. From there, your goodness, their goodness, will only grow. But you must continue to grow it. You must not ever just let it wilt away like a flower without water. You must tend to it and nurture it, and make sure it always grows. Never leave it aside for anything. No matter how much it seems tempting to do this bad, it will not be any better than what you're doing now. Even if it doesn't seem like you're getting good of doing good to others, just be patient. Your goodness will come to you soon enough. You just need to keep doing good until then, or it will never come. That's just what I have to say on the whole matter. So, thanks for listening, and I hope you take this to heart. Perhaps again, I will speak of more truth. Truth you should hear. If so, I hope you return the next time I speak my mind. Until then, take what I have told you to the heart, and hopefully we can know a better future as a result. Farewell.